YouTube was in this video. Um, Kid Austin ready to face Shakur Stevenson. Um, this fight can go one of two ways: knockout or embarrassment. And which platform would this fight happen on? Let's get it. First of all, Kid Austin said he ready to face Shakur. Um, I respect it. You know, he young, he coming up, he won a big fight. He remind me of a young Devin Haney with how ambitious he is and how his father in his corner. Although his dad is much more annoying, like very much more annoying, and I think he a little zesty. Doesn't need to hear no that. Um, but yeah, bro. They said they won't fight Shakur, and shit. If I'm Shakur, I'm not turning down no fights. I'm not turning down no fades. He wanted, he could get it. You know, that's easy money in Shakur pocket. Um, but I think this fight is gonna be interesting though, because Floyd could box a little bit, but he could punch. He really a puncher. He's Sean Porter 2.0. You know, but he got to be more cautious in his approach. He get in a lot of trouble, into a lot of trouble. But like I'm saying, Shakur's mandatory already ducked him, and that's a recurring theme in boxing. You know, people ducking each other, and celebrities taking over boxing now. You know, it's weird. It's like politics, bro. Celebrities taking over politics. Celebrities taking over sports. Celebrities taking over everything, bro. Jake Paul, people calling Jake Paul the face of boxing. Jake Paul ain't fought a world champion in his life. Jake Paul got a loss on his record. People call him the face of boxing. This shit crazy now. But yeah, Zepeda duck Shakur. Like I said it was gonna happen before it happened. I said it was gonna duck Shakur. He was talking like he didn't want to fight. The mandatory challenger was saying, you know, all the champs want to fight me. No, nigga, you the challenger. You supposed to be wanting to fight the champions. The champions don't gotta give you nothing. The champions can act like you don't exist. You lucky the champions looking your way. You should be humble in front of the champions and grateful for the opportunity. But instead, he's arrogant in his opportunity. Talking about he think he could find a better opportunity. I mean, if you fight Tank, good for you. But the only thing will happen, you're gonna get knocked out. You're gonna be another Hispanic fighter on Tank resume. You got a better chance against Shakur than Tank. I'm gonna be completely honest. Because Tank know how to interrupt shots and counter shots. You know, Tank will punch you while you mid swing. Tank will defend one of your shots and then hit you with some shit that's so powerful you ain't see it coming. Shakur Stevenson not better than Tank, but he's more scared of Shakur than Tank. It's like he knows Shakur gonna embarrass him, but he rather get knocked out by Tank. You know, it's weird. You know, I told everybody, I'm like, yeah, Zepeda don't want to fight. I'm like, Zepeda struggled with Tevin Farmer, but Shakur would do him something brutal. And they're gonna do a lot of drug testing. They're gonna do a lot of drug testing. Zepeda, I'm not gonna make no allegations, but you're suspect. I got a picture of him with pimples on his back, bro. It's weird. Um, this fight could really go one or two ways, bro. Between Shakur and Floyd Schofield, and that's a knockout or a decision or embarrassment. Knockout or embarrassment. Knockout on Floyd Schofield's part and embarrassment on Shakur's part. And it's most likely gonna be Shakur embarrassing Floyd Schofield by outboxing him and making him look silly, like how he did Oscar Valdez. And we know Floyd Schofield can't take a crazy punch. You know, I'm not gonna say he chinny, but he's been hurt one time. You know, he was hurt on the ropes. So I don't know. Maybe Shakur can hurt him. You know, hit him on his chin, interrupt one of his shots, and hurt him. You know, Shakur is good at when Shakur interact with punches. I think he the best fighter at 35, a top two. When he interact with punches. You know, like how he did versus Oscar Valdez and versus Jamel Herring. You know, if he can lead the dance and he can interrupt you when you trying to fight back, I think that's when he at his best. You know, like when we saw him versus Oscar Valdez, we saw him, you know, box Oscar Valdez, piss him off, and then Oscar Valdez was lunging in. Shakur was timing him, trying to see. And he was purposely not letting the shot go. He was timing him and looking at what the shot would look like, much like how Terrence Crawford was doing versus Errol Spence. You know, he would time him, look at him, get off balance, and then imagine what shot to hit him with. And then when Oscar Valdez jumped on the line again and got off balance, Shakur hit him with an uppercut, I believe, and made him bounce off the ropes and he got a knockdown. Much like how Terrence Crawford did against Errol, you know, he was seeing what punch would work. He was, you know, he threw the 2-1, but he stopped himself. He didn't let it go because he didn't want to show his hand. And after Errol got back on the line and back straight up in a straight line, he threw that 2-1 and dropped Errol. So I mean, Shakur got a lot of skills, bro. And people mistake Shakur having good lateral movement for Shakur not being able to punch. When Shakur sit down on his shots, he can hurt somebody. You know? But maybe he got bad hands, bad punching technique. Who knows? But he need to get that together because we know Shakur top talent, and people starting to underestimate him now. You know, he had a couple bad performances. He got an injury. You know, people starting to put him along the same line as a Teofimo Lopez. And word on the street, Shakur Stevenson thinking about moving up to 140. So if he move up to 140, him and Teofimo would be a perfect fight because they could in similar situations. The only difference is Shakur Stevenson didn't turn into a racist or a bigot overnight. You know, he just kept his head down. Take the criticism with a grain of salt. He don't put all his pain and sorrow into another race and start being racist. You know, Teofimo Lopez starts saying monkey this, banana that. You know, we don't get nothing. We don't start acting like when we lose and we take it on the chin, take it to the chest, and we get better. We don't start acting racist. We don't pull a Ryan Garcia and start hating the whole race and the whole religion because you got beat up. Tank Davis embarrassed Ryan Garcia in front of the world. Now all of a sudden Ryan Garcia hating niggas and Muslims. So he starts to he hates Tank Davis. I don't know if Tank Davis understands that, but Tank he hates you. You beat him and he hates your race and your religion, Tank Davis. I don't know if Tank ever understood that, but it's quite ironic, you know. But Tank defending that same guy in the media, the dude that hates your race and your religion, who hates you, you just don't know. He's sending some subliminal messages and symbolism. He's saying, I hate your race and I hate your religion. So I hate you. You know, but Tank don't understand that. I don't know if Tank read books. I don't know how informed he is. I don't know. But at the end of the day, Shakur, he can. There's a whole bunch of fights he can do, and I think honestly, Floyd Schofield would be a good fight, a young up and coming fighter. So it'll be like a showcase fight for Shakur to show that he's levels above. You know, outbox him, interrupt his punches, be defensively responsible, use your movement, have great stamina, and put on a great performance. Honestly, I don't think Floyd Schofield could beat Shakur unless he catch him with some crazy shit. But knowing Shakur, that's the least likely to happen. Shakur is the least likely of almost any boxer to get hit with some crazy shit. Outside of a Bivol or a Lomachenko, Shakur don't get hit with crazy shit. And another important question: what platform would this fight happen on, bro? Would this be on Shakur's Matchroom or would it be on Floyd Schofield's Golden Boy? You know, and would they have to pay a fee to cross over? And what would that? How much would that fee be? And what would the purses and the splits be if these guys fought each other? I'm assuming Shakur gonna get the lion's share of the purse bet of the purse bid, and I'm assuming that it's gonna be on Matchroom since Shakur is the A side in that fight. You know, Shakur signed to Eddie Hearn. Um, Floyd signed with Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya, and you know they known to do decent business. You know they talk a lot of shit to each other in the media. They always doing clapback Thursdays, and Eddie Hearn love talking shit. So honestly, this fight could be good. They might put it on the 5v5 that they talking about with the boots in his Virgil Ortiz, Devin Haney, Oscar Duarte, Shakur versus Floyd Schofield. You know, boxing real interesting. There's a lot of matches that could be made, but right now we speculating because everybody ducking each other. Nobody won't fight. But let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this. Till next time.